Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Village's Newcomers. We're not coming to you from our home. We're out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, so Gizmo's not with us today.
We have about 60 of our close new friends here with us. We're in the Olive or Twist room on Independence of the Seas.
Right.
We're in the middle of a cruise.
Beautiful ship. What? Blooper.
Blooper!
Blooper, there it goes.
I always wondered how you did those.
Always me. Always. Okay.
We're in the Olive or Twist room on the ship Independence of the Seas. It's a Royal Caribbean ship.
Beautiful ship. You have to come on this ship on a cruise. Next time with us.
You can't believe how much this lady can eat.
I'm not so sure about
But
that.
like we said, we're taping live here, and we've got, it's so cool to see all these Jerry and Linda t-shirts, isn't it?
It is.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. If we could get Mike to get a shot of everybody. First on the firing line, introduce yourselves, tell where you're from and where you live.
My name is Rob. This is Kristen.
Hello.
And we're from Reno, Nevada, and we now live in the village of Pine Ridge.
Your question, has the Villages fulfilled your expectations?
Absolutely.
And then some.
And indeed, then some. The Villages, it's paradise. Every day we walk outside and we absolutely, honestly say we cannot believe we live here.
And we used to be upset when vacation would come to an end and you'd have to go back home. We're excited about going home. We don't have any, the trip's coming to an end because we know we have paradise when we get back.
You know, living in the Villages, it's hitting the life lottery.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Rob and Chrissy. We feel the same way. All right, we got a couple of more folks on the chopping block.
I'm Diana.
And I'm Mike. Go ahead.
We live in the village of Citrus Grove, way down south.
We're from Massachusetts.
The Citrus Grove bunch over here. Here's your question. It's different. But if I give you a different question, feel free to answer any question. What do you think of the deed restrictions in your neighborhood?
Not really a problem. We like the neighborhood staying nice and neat and consistent.
It's a big topic of discussion, right?
It is, and it was a question because I don't like rules. We decided to move.
So you didn't like rules, but you're adjusting just fine.
Just fine with it.
Yeah, it's nice to have everything uniform and clean, and like you've said, it's like Disney World for adults. We love it there.
And it has lived up to your expectations then.
Beyond
Far beyond.
our expectations. When we came on this cruise, we said, we feel like we're going on a vacation from our vacation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next? Here's the on deck circle right here.
On deck.
Stretch out. Come over and stretch out before it's your turn.
Dory Hayes. We are David and Dory Hayes from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and we live in Liberty Park.
Has the Villages met your expectations?
Yes, it has, and more. This-
Now, Liberty Park's not down south. Most of the new people are down south, and you guys are up in Liberty Park. Where is that?
that is close to Sumter Landing, is to southwest.
And let me tell you, these two folks right here can dance. Last night they were really going after the 80s party, right?
Yes,
And tonight's the 70s.
we'll be there.
Here's your question. If you were mayor for a day of the Villages, what would you change?
That's a good one. We'll think on it.
Okay.
I don't know if the deed's changing,
Okay.
you know? It's like the deed restrictions, we're kind of happy that they're there because they keep everything neat. And it's kind of like having a mullet, you know, because it's a business in the front and a party in the back. So in your backyard, you're kind of free to do a little bit more of whatever you want, as long as you keep your front yard looking like your neighbor's.
Very good. Thank you, guys.
Hi, I'm Anna,
I'm Rick. Forgot about that.
and we're from the Hammock and Fenny. We're on the south side of the Turnpike, and we love it.
How long you been there?
We bought Thanksgiving weekend, and we moved in full-time the beginning of April, so we're still getting settled.
Has the Villages met your expectations?
Yes, and we're very busy, though. We aren't busy doing Villages things. We're busy doing, move into a house, get out of a big house up north, and go on cruises. Woohoo! When's
Now
the
you-
next one?
You guys are big time cruisers. You've been on 17 cruises.
This is number 17. Yes, yes. We'll have 143 nights at the tomorrow, I guess. Yes, we
Half
will.
a year of your life has been on a cruise ship.
Oh yeah, half a year. That's okay though.
Only
I don't
in the
care.
last 10 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years. This is the first one since before COVID, so we're excited. And they're all but one is Royal Caribbean.
Well, we've enjoyed cruising with you, and you've given us a little advice, and we sat with you and talked. Was that this today or yesterday?
Breakfast today. What day is it?
Good. Yeah, what day is it
That's
anyway?
why they put the date in the elevator for you. We ran into someone today that just noticed that it changed.
Well, thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for putting it together. It's been fun.
Who's on deck?
Hello, we're Howard and Kathy Zenick from the village of Citrus Grove. Been here since December, living here full time.
All right. What do you think of this weather?
Love this weather. Love this weather.
The heat didn't scare you off.
Not at all.
Folks, I hope at home you can see that goatee and mustache there. That's one handsome man, let me tell you. Have you enjoyed the cruise so far?
We have enjoyed the cruise, yes.
Anything about the villages you want to share with our viewers back home?
I think people have said it all. It's been everything we could imagine and then some. So it's felt like one long vacation for us. Friends and family ask me all the time, hey, what's it like being retired? I said, I don't know yet. I've been on one long vacation. Haven't come off that yet.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you.
for putting this together. It's been awesome.
My name's Sharon.
And I'm Mike.
We're from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Hadn't made it to the villages yet.
Now, Sharon and Mike are viewers, and they've become friends. She's quite an expert cruiser herself. And if you notice her name tag, she has a little star on there because she had so much advice for me that we put a star on there for her effort. We appreciate that very much. All right, so you don't live in the villages.
No, we don't.
How did you hear about the villages?
Well, about 4 years ago, we started looking from somebody that had told me about it in Baton Rouge. And then I went and you popped up. Y'all had just been here a couple of months. And that's when we started watching and talking to y'all and becoming friends.
Excellent. What is your view from the outside looking in? I know you went to the villages just 3 days ago, right? You
Yes,
got
we
to tour
did.
around. What'd you think of it?
Oh, it's amazing. It's the first thing you notice is that everybody's yards look the same. Everything's neat. There's not trash all over the driveways. There's no cars that aren't parked where they should be parked, and it's just neat and clean everywhere and just looks like its own paradise.
Just impressive to drive through. It's been called Disney for adults. Well, the landscape and everything is, there's nothing out of place. Everything's there.
Do you see yourselves living here one day?
Yes, I do. I don't know if my daughter does, but we do. He retires in 2 years.
Excellent. Thank you both.
Sure.
Anne Marie,
And Jim?
we're from the village of Linden.
Linden, now that's just right south of the turnpike, isn't it?
It's not too far from Citrus Grove,
Yeah.
just for other people.
We were there first.
You were there first.
What is your view of the villages? Has it met your expectations?
Absolutely.
I think mine even more so. I didn't want to move down here because I really liked where we were living, and she talked me into it, and I'm really glad we came down here. We're telling people that, I wish I would have retired sooner because the work is interfering with our social life down here.
We feel the same way. Have you adapted to the deed restrictions? Anything bother you in that regard?
We have. I don't think anything really bothers us. We're used to having rules from the other house that we had. And it's kind of, when we looked in our last house, we took it to a lawyer because it's like, what are all these rules? And he had a unique point of view. And he said, it's not what you can't do. It's what you don't want other people to do. So, because you have to look at it. So that's kind of how we're taking a look at it. And everything's real nice and clean. And and neat. So I think it's pretty good.
Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having us. We
It
enjoyed
was
it.
a great cruise.
Yeah. Can't wait to do it again.
I'm Billy.
I'm Judy.
Layton, and we're from Charlotte, North Carolina originally. We live in the village of Harmswood. So,
Now, you two are longtime villagers.
yes, we still consider ourselves newcomers. We've been here 22 years. So.
Yeah, we're old.
No, I disagree. If you have seen these two on the ship, have you ever seen them without a smile? These are two of the friendliest folks you'll ever meet. And I hope, like all of us, this cruise, that we can all still see each other and stay friends. And you're great people. I tell folks, if we had a big bucket of people to pick from, we couldn't have picked 70 nicer people.
It's amazing.
So it's been great.
Well, and Jerry and Linda, we appreciate your podcast, and we've learned a lot over. We've been here 22 years, but we continue to learn from you guys.
That's right.
So,
Well, now that we have your phone number, we're going to learn from you. We're going to be calling you up.
and I just want to say, my greatest thing in the villages is we do all the events and we have all that, but the people themselves here, we hear it all the time. But the people that you live in your village or around the villages as we do other activities, that's the biggest asset we have here in the villages. So we enjoy it.
Harmswood, where you live in Harmswood,
Yes,
you may have seen our video. That is a beautiful neighborhood.
thank you.
Very beautiful.
That's like the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
We're lucky we got in when we did. So,
They've got the big trees, the big yard.
Big yards.
You know, it's a lovely place.
yes, thank you.
Let me ask you this. When you moved in, were you of the understanding that they would never build south of 466?
What they told
Or
us,
466A.
we were at 20,000 people. They said we may get to 40,000 people. That they blew through it so fast, our heads were spinning. So
That's
it was-
amazing.
We never know exactly how many there are, but I checked with the villages and was told 132,000 now.
it's incredible.
And I'm not sure if that includes the snowbirds or not. I suspect it does.
Yeah.
But you have to live here more than half your time to be considered a resident. So
Yeah, when we moved down, I tell everybody this, but the Buena Vista stopped at our gate, which was right north of Savannah Center. There was nothing to the west of us, nothing to the south of us from the gate in the villages. And 466 was 2 lanes. So
you must just shake your head sometimes.
yeah, we do. Well, she said there's not even a Walmart here in this place.
I had to go to Leesburg to go to a Walmart.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Well, thank you both.
you.
You're special people. We appreciate you being with us.
thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
You can talk. You're the talker, I'm not.
Hi, I'm Sandy. This is my husband Al. We're from Fort Worth, Texas. We're still on the fence. We love the villages, and I hope we make the move.
Oh, I hope you do.
It's fun. It really is fun there.
We love visiting. This is like our 4th trip.
Really?
So,
How did you catch on to the villages?
my daughter. We had never ever thought of moving to a 55 community. We were happy where we were. We thought we were in our forever home. And my daughter sent me a video one day. She says, I want to move here. Well, I watched the video, and it was the game show Wheel of Fortune. And they were giving away a free home. And the home was in Latitudes Margaritaville in Daytona Beach. So I watched it, and I really liked it. Well, the more I researched other places, I found the villages. And we watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I says, we got to go visit. So we went to Daytona, we saw, we left, we came to the villages, and we were sold. This was the lifestyle we want. We want to be active, but just pulling that trigger, getting rid of a huge home and downsizing, that's what's got us just hesitant to do it.
I think the best advice we can give is, if you take the step, don't look back. Just keep going forward.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Well, my
It's
kids tried to, one said, no, don't move. You don't want to go to Florida. And the others, I brought one of my daughters here on a visit, and she absolutely loved it. It's the one who told me about the 55. And so she's all for it. The others are like, finally have said, do what makes you happy. If you're going to be happy in the villages, living your best life, then that's what we want you to do.
Awesome. Thank you. We know how to spot from being teachers, the kid that looks down and away when you're looking around.
Never got away with it.
That's the one that didn't do their homework. Why don't you start with how you first found out
Just
about
introduce
Jerry and
ourselves.
Linda after we introduced them.
Just introducing it.
Okay, I'm Robinella Blake, and
I'm Dan, and we're from, Georgetown, Texas, just north of Austin. And we don't live in the villages. We just moved there. Reason why we kind of, we're surfing the YouTube. We moved in our house about the same time you moved in yours. And I was sitting there surfing there, and I saw when you were moving, so it was all the trials and tribulations that you went through. And we were going through the same ones at the same time. And we're just kind of an affinity because, having to get rid of 40 years of accruals of furniture and photographs that you can't take thousands of them, and doing that. And so we moved there. We live in Del Webb, Sun City in Georgetown. It's a 55 community also, and our son moved down there originally. He graduated from the University of Michigan with a degree in computer engineering, and he got a job with Amazon. And he just told us, "You're moving." I want our two grandkids, our two children, to grow up with you. So that's how.
Well, you've seen that Texas.
Yeah.
right.
Right back here, we got the Texas folks that are trying to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
What's with everybody trying to get out of Texas?
Well, we're saying that. We love it.
We're gonna
I
be
love
in
it. Yeah.
Texas.
I mean, we got a winning football team there. I mean, although we're from Michigan.
You're not talking about the Cowboys.
Well, Tom Brady would play for the University of Michigan, so we watched him come up through his collegiate career. And so that's torn between, but I like the Cowboys. So we have hope for them, better than the Detroit Lions.
Yes,
I hear that.
I'm sure originally from Detroit, Michigan.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Very nice cruise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, this is my dream.
Hi, I'm Carol. This is my husband Reggie, and we're from Frederick, Maryland. We actually bought a home in Citrus Grove. Yay, Citrus Grove! Last October, we settled. We're waiting for this guy to retire the end of December, so we're currently renting our home out, and we'll be moving down permanently in January, and we are thrilled.
You don't even know how excited we are.
Literally counting the days. No joke. He has a countdown calendar on his phone, so.
To be perfectly honest with you guys, finding your video after we purchased our house was like the gods looking down on us, because you really have told us a lot of things not to, step in the holes that you stepped in, right? So I thank you for that.
Yes. Welcome.
And the weather's no surprise for you.
Well, we love the weather, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
Fantastic.
Ironically, I was the one that was holding us back from moving down here because I was committed to staying in the Four Seasons state. And I don't know, just over the last few years, it just became harder and harder and harder to navigate the winters up there. And so we sold our house last year, bought in the Villages in October, and as though, again, fate shined down upon us, I fell on the ice and broke my elbow in January. So it was like, if something was telling us, it's time to move to Florida, that did it for us. So thank you both so much for all the things that you share, and it's been just amazing amounts of help to us, so we really appreciate it.
And keep doing it, please.
Keep doing it, yes,
We
please,
do
please. So
appreciate
yay
it.
for.
Thank
Well, you're
very
welcome.
much. And you guys are awesome, right? Want to be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Don't use Ava.
Well, yeah. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Mary Lisa.
And I'm Jim. I'm from Scotland. Mary Lisa's from?
Erie, Pennsylvania originally.
We live in Belgium. I was in the military for 33 years, so when you talk about moving houses, it does make me chuckle, because I think I moved house every 3 years for 30 years. So when you've been that one move, it was a bit of a challenge. So yeah, We found out about the villages 5 years ago, I want to say. Our sister introduced it to us. We came down the lifestyle visit. We were in the square. Somebody heard my accent and saying, "Where are you from?" From Scotland. It was Christmas Eve. They invited us for Christmas dinner. So we went round, unsure, and they invited to their friend's party that evening. And we were saying, everybody's so friendly, everybody loved the villages. And we were thinking, okay, what's the catch? What's not to like? And the only thing they could come up with was, it's too hot in July and August. So we were in.
Yeah,
So
the
we
people are
bought
super
290.
friendly. Super friendly.
Yeah. But we're summer birds at the moment. We're still working, unfortunately.
No, wait a minute. It's snowflakes, snowbirds, or frogs. So
Yes.
we are.
Well, he's coined a whole new phrase because snowbirds go north for the summer. He comes here for the summer.
Yeah.
For the 3 months, right? Or 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Wow.
So Melis is a teacher. I save up all my leave and we come for 6 weeks in the summer.
Well, I absolutely love to hear you talk. And you have a great time on the dance floor. I saw that last night.
Yes.
It's just, it's been wonderful having you on the cruise. And thank you both.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Good to watch you.
Hello there.
Hello.
How you doing?
These are two of our favorite cruisers, and Amy is 4 feet 10 something, just about the same as Linda. So tonight in the promenade, we're going to have a wrestle off, and you can place bets because you're in international waters. So come on down.
I win.
What are the odds posted at?
Yeah, no, I'm going to win. But she's younger.
Well, wow, thank you for putting this together. Yeah. We're certainly thrilled to be here. And the cruise, too, besides the wrestle-off. No. So we're from Chicago. Originally. We moved to South Florida about 15 years ago to raise our kids. And we bought a home in the villages in the northern section, Rio Ponderosa. So that's between
about 1 year.
About a year. Yeah. That's between Sumter and Spanish Springs on the north end. And hopefully next year, about this time, we'll be here full time.
If you couldn't hear, they live up near Spanish Springs. You know, 90% of the people we meet and talk to live farther south. So it's good, and that's a beautiful area up there.
It is. We felt the growth of the landscaping and a different kind of beauty.
Yeah. Being
right?
from Chicago, we like to have the older trees and just it had a different,
vibe.
Yeah. We think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your question. You've been here long enough to know, would you change anything if you were mayor of the villages?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we think everything should be skewed maybe an hour later. So 5 to 9, we think. For instance, the live shows, even the restaurants at 10, maybe 6 to 10. If you're asking, I think that would be one thing we'd just skew a touch so that you can maybe have dinner at home and then get to the shows and then not get there in the middle of it so much.
A lot of people are going to hear your suggestions, so we'll see what happens.
That's what we think.
Well, thank you both.
Thank you.
You're great cruisers. We've enjoyed it.
Thank you.
There's your mic. Just introduce.
I'm Mike Ellis,
And I'm Cindy Ellis.
and we live in Citrus Grove.
Citrus Grove represents, let me tell you. Were you at the block party we went to at Citrus Grove?
No, we were not
went to
there.
an they had a big bash, and they had the ice cream truck and the hot dog man. And
I'll tell you, to tell you how Citrus Grove is really represented, there's a couple here, Mr. and Mrs. Dave Snyder, who live in Citrus Grove, who aren't even part of the group. They were just on the cruise and heard about it, and they're here right now back there.
Wonderful. All right, so how long have you lived here?
We moved, closed August of last year, August 23rd.
So about a year and a half?
Right. Oh, no, almost a year. Not
Almost
quite
a
a year.
year,
Yeah,
okay.
not quite a year.
Wow. And you're down there in that happening area. What's happened down here recently?
Sawgrass Market's opened, and we're excited about it.
Has that changed things for you?
Well, it's given us someplace closer than my wife's saying, let's go get something to eat. We have to get in the golf cart and drive half an hour somewhere, so it's certainly changed that a lot.
Are you golfers?
Yes. She's got an interesting story.
I took the golf school, and because he has played golf our whole marriage, and I thought, I just don't know if this is for me. And so I went and did the golf school, fell in love with it. So I do play twice a week on the executive courses. Not too good at it, but it's a lot of fun. You meet people that way. So, yeah.
Well, we're so happy that you're here, and thanks for coming up and sharing with us. And we got one night left.
Absolutely. Thank you.
One of the things I love the most in watching your videos, because we've been watching them for 3 years, is when you get so tickled. And
Yes, all the time.
And then I get so tickled watching you. So it's always a good time. So.
Thank you. There's your mic.
It's ready to go.
Hi, I'm Anne Marie, and this is Henry.
Mm-hmm.
We are from the village of Marsh Bend. And this fall, Marsh Bend's going to have a new pool in our backyard, and y'all invited for a pool party.
That's right. We're originally from Texas. Well, I'm from Texas originally, and you're from?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
We thought that, but let me just clear that up. It's not a potty, right? You want to throw a party.
Hattie.
Okay.
Hattie.
Don't worry about it.
He always tells people that he was married to me before he knew what I was saying.
Now, Marsh Bend is one of our favorite places down south. Now, you know Mike here. Mike lives in Marsh Bend and Mary. And that's a beautiful area. It's right there by Edna's. And lots of things to do down there.
Yeah, we absolutely love it. We love it down here. And we love it in the villages.
How long have you lived here now?
We moved in last August.
Okay.
And so this is our first full summer. It's not much different from Texas, just a little more humid. And I am learning how to get someplace in a golf cart, learning the tunnels and stuff like that. And I don't know if y'all know, but for new people, the Villages does offer a golf cart course.
You haven't taken it yet.
Something I wish I had known when we moved here.
Well, listen, thank you. And them, like so many of you are coming out of your comfort zone to talk to us. We really do appreciate it. And thanks for cruising with us.
Where's Gizmo?
I just have to say, whenever the music starts for your video, we have a little Yorkie, wherever he is in the house, he comes tearing through the house. Woof, 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 woof. Oh my God, they're coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll make Valerie and Terry our last people, and then we'll go to our trivia game, and maybe you'll win a prize.
Good afternoon. We're Terry and Valerie Norman. We live in Fernandina. We came a long way to get here, all the way from Pensacola, Florida. We love it. A lot has happened. We've been in our second house already. We moved here in June of last year, and I'll let Valerie share.
Yes, we're very thankful to be here. We've learned so much from both of you. We appreciate all the work that you do to make this all a richer experience for all of us and to bring so many of us together. And if I were mayor for the day, you haven't asked, but I have an answer. I miss that the Villages doesn't have the same recycling program that they had earlier. I'm not really sure what happens to everything, but I wish we had a little bit more intentionality about recycling from all of our homes. But other than that, I think everything is marvelous. Yeah. And I am kind of looking forward to going back to the pool that's not so crowded. Although the cruise has been wonderful.
One thing I was really impressed on this trip is how many people that don't live in the Villages came on this trip, and that's a tribute to them, to Jerry and Linda, that the information they're getting out, we're receiving. And I'm just really impressed how many people that did not live in the villages came on this cruise.
Thank you.
That's,
Knowing they'd be welcome.
and knowing they'd be welcome, right?
Now, you folks, you knew about it and you heard about it from Facebook. We did not announce any of the particulars on YouTube because it's new for us. It's only our well, I'm not going to tell you because it might be a trivia question.
Oh, yeah.
So we thought we'd get about 25 people. Well, the first day we put it in there, 60 people called and signed up. And then we said, shut it off, shut it off. So we shut it off, and then 20 more people got in. And next time we do it, we'll know a little more about what we're doing, and we'd love to have you join us again. We'll probably do it in a year or so, and just watch for it. And thank you all for having enough faith in us to come on this cruise.
Well, that's what happened on the meet and greet night.
What a great show. I hope you enjoyed meeting all our new friends here on Independence of the Seas. Tomorrow morning, we pack it all in and head back to the villages.
It's going to be sad to lose all of our friends, and we got to stay in contact, everybody.
We've had multiple offers of parties to be thrown, and one potty. But it's been fun. Thanks for coming along with us on this.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends. Until next time.